Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today, this evening, tonight, this morning, whenever you're watching this vlog? Oh my gosh, do you ever just have one of those days that doesn't turn out like you thought it would at all? Today was one of those days for me. So I woke up today. So my plan was that I wanted to get up a little bit early today because I wanted to go to the pool. It was supposed to be 90 degrees today, and there's my neighbor. I wonder if she's wanting to go to the pool later. And it was supposed to be 90 degrees today, and it was supposed to be pretty sunny. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to get up about 10:30, and then I'm going to film videos, like have some coffee, do my prayers and stuff in the morning, my meditations, and then do videos from like 11 to like 1:30. And then I will go up to the pool and then come back and film like a Peterisms video and then my vlog. And then I'll just film like 3 or 4 videos today or however many I get done. I wasn't even really worried about it, if you want to know the truth. So last night, I've been pretty good lately. The last, I don't know, year, I've been pretty good about taking my contacts out at night. I sleep in them every once in a while, but you guys know I had problems in the past. So I don't typically sleep in them anymore. And so last night, I was like taking my contacts out, and I put new contacts in when we got back from Mexico. Not new contacts, but I got a new pair of contacts. So this contact was like hurting. And so I took it out and I looked at it and I was like, is it ripped? It wasn't ripped or anything like that. But this eye kept on hurting last night when I was laying in bed. And I got up this morning and it was just bright red. My whole eye was like all red. And it was so sore. And I was like, what is going on? I'm like texting Alex and I couldn't put contacts in. And so I was like, I laid there in bed. I actually laid there probably for like another 45 minutes because my eye hurt so bad. And I was like, I don't even know that I can film any videos today. I mean, my eye was like red. And so, but I also I took Boo Radley outside and the sun was like hurting my eyes so bad that I was like, okay, the only way I can go to the pool is if I wear like sunglasses and I don't put my contacts in and things like that. So I was like texting Alex and texting some other people, and somebody was like, just lay down and, like put like a wet compress over your eye and whatever. So I lay down for a little bit longer and just kind of rested my eye. And then when I got up, my eye was a little bit better. And so I was like, and so I'm nearsighted. So when I have contacts in, I have to wear reading glasses to like look at my phone or anything like that, right? But if I don't have my contacts in, then I can see that stuff because I'm nearsighted, so I can see like the phone, so I don't have to have reading glasses on. So I was like looking through stuff, and I was like, and it was at that point, it was kind of cloudy and it was kind of sunny, and it was supposed to clear up this afternoon and get like sunnier this afternoon. So I was like, okay. At that point, it was like 1 o'clock, and I was like, I'm going to try to put this pair of contacts in and then film a couple videos, and then I will stop at like 3 o'clock and I will go up to the pool. So I filmed a couple videos, and Alex texted me and he was like, I think I'm going to come home early. He was like, whatever, I'm thinking about coming home early today. Well, he meant early like 3 o'clock. I didn't know that I thought he meant like 4 o'clock or something like that. So I was like, okay. And I told him, I said, I'm filming some videos in these glasses, like out here in the sunlight, they look kind of like a dark gray. This is like my new favorite pair of reading glasses. But anyway, from Caddis, of course, my favorite reading glass place. So I was like, okay, well, I'm filming a couple videos in the bedroom. I'll try to get done by the time you get home. I actually think he got home like 3:30, 3:45 or something like that. And kind of mentioned him like going to the pool and whatever. And so I filmed a drama video. So anyway, when I put my contact back in, it took a while for my eye to adjust to it. It still was kind of painful. And so it took a little while for me then for the eye to clear up and then to film. Because I didn't want to film videos with my eye bright red, right? And so I started filming videos, and I don't know. Anyway, I was only planning on making 2, 3, 4 max videos, including my vlog today. I ended up filming videos on all of my channels. By the time that I got done upstairs, Alex had already come home, and I think it was when I was filming my drama video. He had come home and was sitting downstairs. So I came downstairs after that, And I said, you know, like, do you care if I'm still filming? He's like, no, babe, not at all. And he's like, do you want to be downstairs or upstairs? And I said, well, what's more comfortable for you? And he was like, it doesn't really matter. He's like, I can, you know, he just wanted to look through his phone and whatever. And I said, well, I'll let you go upstairs because you're more comfortable upstairs, and I'll film downstairs. So I'm like rendering a video, uploading a video, rendering a video, uploading a video. It's going pretty quickly, right? But I came outside and I could hear like a bunch of kids at the pool. And I was like, well, I really just kind of wanted to go up there and just sit in the shallow end and relax. And there was like, I kind of like, at one point I took Boo Radley out. And we walked down a little bit and I could see that there was like a bunch of kids up at the pool. So I was like, okay, well maybe I'll wait till tonight to go to the pool. My plan was that I was going to take a walk. This is still kind of my plan. Still, I'll tell you why still kind of. To take a walk and then go to the pool afterwards, because so I sat down and I filmed videos up against the fireplace on the floor. My back has not hurt. I mean, it's been a very, very long time since my back hurt. And I sat down and I filmed my Peter Watches TV video, which was like 22, 25 minutes long. And then I turned around and I filmed a Peter Does Stuff video. And that was like 14, I think it's 14 minutes long. So I sat down there for like 45 minutes up against the fireplace on the wood floor. When I stood up, I had to like stand up like hunched over. My back hurt so bad. Alex was like, are you okay, babe? Because I was like, oh. And he was like, are you okay? I go, I don't know what is going on. It's my lower back. And he was like, did you sleep wrong or something? I was like, no. I was like, I was totally fine when I got up. I got up last night, or I got up this morning, and my eye hurt, but my back didn't hurt at all. I slept great last night. My back didn't hurt at all day when I was upstairs and all that kind of stuff. And so it had to have been from sitting on the floor. That's the only thing that it could possibly be from. My neighbor, I was just talking to her. She's like, who's on your shirt? Because it was all wrinkled up. And it's Tina Turner. Hello, Tina. So anyway, so I got up. But I still had videos that I wanted to film. I wanted to film a review video. The other thing is, when I was watching them back, is that they echo when I film them inside. Because it's so hot, the ceiling is so high that they echo in there, and I don't love that. So I like to film videos in the bedroom or out here. So I got those, and I was like hurting so bad sitting in the chair as I was uploading these other videos and rendering. So then I was like, okay, you filmed all these. At that point, it was like, well, do you want to do a time and temperature check? So it's currently 7:07 p.m. Getting started on my vlog a little bit late tonight, and it is currently, the temperature is 87 and partly cloudy, so still very warm. Tomorrow, it's supposed to be 77, showers early, becoming a steady rain later in the day, and then Wednesday, becoming partly cloudy after some morning rain. Rainfall near 1/4 of an inch. My neighbor across the street was saying that we're getting this because of the hurricanes that were like in Texas, and apparently like Mexico got hit really, really hard. Like one of our friends knew somebody that stayed there like the week after that we were there, and they couldn't leave their room. It was so bad. And if they couldn't like get flights out, they were letting them stay there. Like if they like couldn't get flights out like because of the hurricanes, they were letting them stay there for free at the resort that we stay at. So that was nice. So tomorrow and Wednesday, I don't think I can go to the pool. So I kept on wanting to go to the pool, So anyway, I'm filming these putting these videos up, and then I was like, all right, well, at that point I had filmed 4 videos, and I was like, I think it was like 5 o'clock at that time, maybe 5:30, and I was like, Alex was upstairs and he was just like listening to TikToks and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm gonna film a review video and then maybe a booktube video. And so I filmed the review video, and it was so cloudy, and I came outside after that, and I was like, well, there's no point to go to the pool. I mean, you're not gonna get any sun, and if I go to the pool, I might as well just go at night with her. Alex didn't want to go to the pool when he came home. I asked him, he was like, no, I'm not really in the mood to go to the pool. And so I filmed a booktube video. So I ended up filming videos on all of my channels today, which was not my plan at all. I know it was kind of a joke back in the day when I was saying like I was going to take the day off or whatever, but no, like I wasn't going to take the day off. I knew I was going to at least film a vlog, but I didn't think that I would end up filming videos on all of my channels. So, which tomorrow is kind of good because this drama video that I did today, which is just opinions, I have so many more, so I can do that tomorrow. But I've also been kind of planning another drama video, like working on 2 different videos. So that'll be like tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday I have those videos. Tomorrow after therapy, I want to turn around right after therapy, and I want to finish so it's fresh in my mind. I want to finish a video. Oh, I want to film a video. Oh, maybe I was gonna maybe put that up on my drama channel. Maybe I'll do it on my drama channel. We'll see. It just depends. About my OCD and how I worked through my OCD. I was gonna put that on my Peter Does Stuff channel, but I was also gonna, I don't know if anybody's interested in this or not, but like I got a couple like DMs. People are like, I really wish that you would have shown like what the bracelets that Alex got you. So I was gonna do a video showing the bracelets that Alex got me. If anybody cares, let me know in the comment section below, and then I'll put that up in my Peter Does Stuff video. So those were 2 videos that I was gonna film tomorrow. And then Sister Wives, I'm almost done. We'll talk about my TV watching last night. But Sister Wives, I'm almost done with season 5. So I want to do a video covering season 3, 4, and 5. Today I did a video about The Man with 1,000 Kids. I did the review of that. And then I've got like 10 videos for my Peter Watches TV channel. And in the Peterisms channel, I have like a couple different topics I want to talk about, plus obviously reading meditations. I did a booktube video today, this new series that I wanted to start, where I just randomly pick a book out and I talk about the first time that I was introduced to it or read it and stuff like that. I think it'll be fun for me to do. I don't know that people will love it or not. We'll see. So I know what videos I'm going to post. I have tons of stuff to review. I just ordered a bunch of stuff last night. Nikki introduced me to these 2 accounts on Instagram to find stuff. I guess it's the accounts that Nikki looks at. One's called Snack Gator. Let me look up her. One's called Snack Gator, and the other one is called, now here's Snack Gator. It's like they had these like Pez strawberry bars. She sends me this stuff all the time. And the other one is called the Junk Food Aisle, and she was sending me this crumble cereal. So I follow both those on Instagram, and I ordered some stuff off of there last night on Amazon and to review. So I've got a bunch of stuff to review too. It just depends. Now I'm kind of like, it depends on how many videos I want to make. Well, if it rains all day tomorrow and I'm just inside and I get up and all I have is therapy tomorrow, Alex has meetings tomorrow night, so he won't be home till later. So I'll have the better part of the afternoon to film videos tomorrow. So yeah, so that's good. But my back is now hurting so bad because I've now sat, I think my booktube video was like 14 or 15 minutes. My review video was like 14 minutes. I've now sat on the floor for like an hour and a half. And it's like really hurting my lower back. I'm hoping sitting in this chair will help it a little bit. Alex is so waiting for Love Island to come out. So last night, what did we watch last night? Did we watch something together last night? Is today Monday? We were going to watch Animals Fire last night, but Alex was binge watching all kinds of shows. And he was taking a nap, and then he was binge watching shows. So I ended up taking a nap last night. Oh my God, the most fantastic nap. Little Boo Radley slept next to me. I took such a good nap last night. And I got up, and I watched... So I'm trying to... I talked to Tanya last night. We were talking about different shows and stuff. I'm trying to get through Dark Matter, the Blake Crouch, the adaptation of the Blake Crouch book. Well, if you guys remember, I don't know if you remember back then, Blake Crouch is one of my favorite authors. I think Dark Matter was the first book of his he read, actually, that came out 6 or 7 years ago. And he's written like 3 newer ones since then. But he also wrote the Pine trilogy, the Pines trilogy, which they made into a TV series with Matt Dillon, which I liked. I watched the first season, and I liked that show. I don't think I watched the second season. I don't know. Maybe I did. But I ended up reading all those books, and I really liked those books. Those books were good. I read a lot of Blake Crouch. Like, I think all of his books are good. Even the ones that were, like, from 20 years ago that are, like, cheesy covers. Like, they are still, like, they're all good. All the Blake Crouch books are good. I loved Dark Matter so much. Well, watching this show... So, I was on season 4, or episode 4. There's 9 episodes. So, last night, I was like, okay, if I watch an episode a night, I'll be done Friday night. But then I was like, I want to watch it quicker than that. You guys, it's bad. It's really bad. It's really slow, and it's really bad. And I don't remember the book well enough to remember if it goes along with the book or not. But it's really bad. I was reading these reviews last night, and the reviews were either like 5 stars or 1 star. People are either like, I absolutely love this. This was so great. I mean, it was talking about like a lot of people in the reviews were talking about like how Apple TV shows really focus like on endearing stories of people, which I absolutely 100% agree with that. I think the Apple shows are so good. But this, like, for me, really missed the mark. I mean, I loved this book. And people are talking about how bad the writing is. Blake Crouch wrote the book. I mean, he wrote the book and he wrote the TV show too, I think. When I was looking on there, I think it said he wrote the TV show too. The writing's bad. It doesn't even make sense. It's like if you didn't read the book, you would have, if I didn't read the book, I would have no clue what was going on. Like I was Tanya was asking me, she was like, should I watch it? And I was like, Tanya, I don't think you'll like it. It's not just that it's sci-fi, it's that it's like a sci-fi combination with real stories, but like, the book made sense. The book was like, made a lot of sense. The TV show doesn't make any sense at all. I'm like so confused. I'm so confused like through the whole thing watching it. I don't really enjoy it. But last night I watched the 4th and 5th episode. So I have the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. I have 4 episodes left. I'm going to try to watch 2 tonight. But I'll be honest with you, even watching like 2 episodes last night was like, I never liked this. I cannot remember the last time. If it wasn't this Blake Crouch, so that I know that down the road I'm going to be like, well, I wish I had watched it. If it was, when the season 2 comes out, and I'm like, I can't wait to remind me of how I felt about this. But if it wasn't based on one of my favorite books, I would not continue the show. I mean, it's that bad. It's boring. It is so boring. I'm sitting there watching it. I'm texting Nikki. I'm texting some of my other friends. I'm looking through the snack food stuff. I'm so bored. I'm ordering stuff on Amazon. I was so bored with this show last night. So when it got done, I was like, okay. So I have goals this week. Do you want to know what my goals are? Hold on a second. Well, my TV and book reading goals. Goals for the week, 7, 8. Start walking again every day. Go to the pool as much as possible. Okay. These are some personal goals. Read 2 books. Finish 2 graphic novels, because I'm currently reading the 3rd in the Walking Dead graphic novel series. And then I also have to finish Fangirl, the 3rd one in the manga series. So I've got those 2. Set the true crime live date. We did that last night. I announced it in my video today. So it's going to be Sunday, July 21st at 4 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be covering the May and June books. Okay. Pick the August books. Well, we kind of started picking the August books last night for True Crime Book Club. Mel and I were texting each other last night. Do laundry. Well, we got tons of laundry last night. I didn't realize that while Alex was watching all these TV shows, he was doing like all these towels. So he got almost all the towels done. I did some sheets. Finished Dark Matter. Finished Survivor Season 4. Finished Sister Wives Season 5. And start Love Island. Those are my TV goals for the week. Well, I'm almost done with Sister Wives. Because I have, and then if you go to my weekly TV, Sister Wives Season 5, I'm on episode 7 out of 8. So I have episode 7 and episode 8, and then I'm done with season 5. Survivor, I'm on episode 3 of season 4 out of 15, but I love watching Survivor. Dark Matter, I'm on episode 6 out of 9, and I haven't started Love Island. I feel like if I start watching, I mean, so many people that I know are watching Love Island. I feel like I'm really missing out on it. Somebody keeps on asking me to go back and watch Bachelor in Paradise Season 1. Okay, I will. Like, I have so many shows that I want to binge watch. I want to binge watch Yellowstone, and I really want to binge watch Ozark. Those are like 2 big ones that I really, because everybody that I know has watched those. Alex has watched those. Tanya has watched all of them. Those are 2 shows, and they're already like, well, Yellowstone's still going, I think, but Ozark is finished. So I still want to binge watch those. So Bachelor in Paradise, I'm going to put on my list, but it's like at the end of my list. Below Deck, I've never watched Below Deck, the original. I want to watch that and binge it. I have to finish Below Deck Mediterranean, all that kind of stuff. So I got some shows to binge watch before I get to Bachelor in Paradise, the 1st season. But I will go back and watch it. I love Bachelor in Paradise. So yeah, our weekly TV, Alex and I are watching Real Housewives of Dubai. I'm watching Below Deck Mediterranean. I actually have 1 episode to catch up on from last week, so I'll probably watch that tonight. And then we're watching RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars and RuPaul Untucked. And then I'm watching Sister Wives, Survivor, Dark Matter, and then I'm going to start Love Island. Those are my shows. Plus books. So this is why I said still hoping that I can walk tonight. If I get done with this vlog and my back isn't hurting anymore, I'll walk. And then I'm hopefully going to the pool after that. It looks like it might rain. Is it supposed to rain tonight? It's looking like rain kind of weather tonight, but I don't think it's supposed to rain tonight. Is it showing rain? No. Nope, it's not. Showing sunshine till 9 p.m. No rain tonight. Nope. Hourly. Nope, not showing any rain tonight. So if my back starts feeling better, then I will walk tonight. If not, we will resume tomorrow. And I'm thinking that the pool will see, like, it just, like, when I moved, it just, like, hurt my back a little bit. I'm feeling like, the pool would probably help my back a little bit, feeling a little bit better. So, yeah. I woke up today when my eye was hurting so bad, I was like, I just want to relax today. I don't want to do anything. My eye was hurting so bad I could hardly even open it. Now, it's still a little sore, but it feels better. This is going to sound so strange. If you're a contact wearer out there, let me know. But, like, sometimes when, like, I feel like it was from my contact. I feel like what happened was, because my contact was hurting for a couple hours, I feel like I got, like, a bit of dirt in it or something, like a piece of dirt or something like that in it, and that, like, it just was stuck in there and it was irritating my eye. Sometimes when I take a contact out, even if it's not ripped or anything, because I looked, it wasn't ripped, even when I take a contact out and I put a new contact in, sometimes that actually makes my eye feel better. Last night on Amazon, I ordered a bunch of stuff to review. Not a bunch of stuff, but 3 or 4 things. And then I bought re-wetting drops, too, for my contacts. I bought, like, 3 containers of those. I go through those so fast. My sponsor got me started on that. I've used them before, but she was the one, she was like, she uses them all the time. She was like, they really, really help, especially if you wear your contacts all day. So, yeah, so Alex is upstairs. He's watching TikToks right now, and he is fed Boo Radley, took him out. Boo Radley's been out so many times today. Oh, Boo Radley, I said so many people were so nice yesterday because I said he was not feeling great. He's totally back to normal, running around being a crazy dog. He's hanging out with his dad right now, and then Alex is waiting for Love Island. He cannot wait till Love Island. And, like, tomorrow Alex has a really long day. So, and then I haven't texted Caroline about our plans on Wednesday. I feel like we made them last week, but I don't remember. I'm going to text my neighbor right now about swimming. Do you want to go swimming tonight? Let's see what she says. She just came home. That was her that I waved at. So when I came out here earlier, so then I watched 3 episodes of Sister Wives. So far, I have to say, season 5 is probably, season 4 was, like, ranked one of the best ones. 5 and 6 were, like, ranked one of the worst ones. I actually think season 5 was one of the best seasons. A couple things happen that are very interesting for me. First of all, they go on a trip with another polygamous family, the Dargers, and I was looking up them. Apparently they have their own TV show, and they're the ones that the TV show Big Love, which Caroline also watched that. She watches all the shows about polygamy and all this kind of stuff. But they're part of, when I looked them up, they didn't say this on the show, but it said they were part of the FLDS church, which is the Warren Jeffs. Is that his name? Warren Jeffs? That they're part of that church. But then the episode that really got me was where Aspen, Logan, oh, this is the other thing I wanted to say. Okay, so I can't remember who goes on it. Aspen, Logan, and Madison, I think, go to help out, which is interesting because Mary later, they find out that she shows up or she runs, like, years later in a 5K for this organization, which helps people get out of abusive polygamous situations. And so they go to help build these houses and paint these houses and get these houses ready. It's such a sad episode, and it's so interesting because the kids are all, like, between, like, 19 and 25, 26 years old, and there's, like, 4 of them. There's, like, a guy and, like, 3 girls, and they share their stories, and the one girl, like, her story, she's part of, like, that Keep Sweet, they even show that in there. This is years before that documentary came out, that her headboard on her bed says, Keep Sweet Dreams. And they talk about it, about how, like, keep sweet to the women meant, like, just stay silent and don't be submissive. Anyway, that episode, and then they come back to visit the Browns because they want to show them a different side of polygamy. I don't know, that was really, really interesting to me. They're building the houses. You can kind of just, like, they talk a lot about jealousy in there. It's not just about jealousy, it's that, like, it's interesting that all the women are like, oh, I love having sister wives. I love having sister wives. I feel like maybe I'm starting to see, like, for the first couple of seasons, it was very much the innocence. Like, I was just telling my neighbor this. I was talking to my neighbor about, I was binge watching it, and she was like, the innocence. I was like, well, you have to kind of, like, once you get past the polygamy thing, like, you know, she was like, I don't know that I could by watching it. I was like, well, you do. If you start watching it, it's kind of like, it just becomes normal to you, and watching a show, not that polygamy becomes normal, but like just their family becomes normal. Then it just becomes like you're watching a family show. But I feel like the first couple of seasons were very much like the innocence of the Browns. And now it's like Janelle doesn't ever seem happy to me, ever. And she always seems to be upset with Mary, but she won't really ever say why she's upset with Mary. Christine first started out being jealous of Robin, but she's constantly, and I know she's the first one to leave, and she's constantly saying that she's unhappy and she doesn't feel like Cody and all this kind of stuff. I mean, Cody really does give all of his attention to Robin. He really does. Mary just kind of seems happy being independent, if you want to know the truth. She doesn't really seem to have any issue with it. So yeah. So I'm binge watching that. I love The Sister Wives. I love that show. I never thought I would be somebody that loved it that much. There are, like, the more seasons I watch, there's a lot of issues that I have. It was interesting watching them with I think their name's I know somebody's going to say Duggar. I'm not talking about the Duggars. It's Darger. It's like Darger, and he has 3 wives, and 2 of them are twin sisters. They have, like, their own show. I think it's called My 3 Wives or something like that. And then they also wrote a book. And their book is what inspired the TV show Big Love. That was with, like, Chloe Sevigny. It was on HBO and things like that. I've never watched an episode of that. I don't know anything about that. But, like, he was very controlling. Well, the wives kind of liked, the Brown wives kind of liked how controlling he was. Cody, you can see, is starting to become kind of controlling. It was interesting because I was reading something about, I can't remember who it was. It was one of the kids, and they were saying that Cody doesn't really have any relationship with any of his adult children, including Logan. Like, really has nothing to do with any of the adult children. Like, after they become adults, like, he is just like, and I don't know, like, that's kind of a polygamous thing. Like, they talk a lot about that when they're talking about, like, Warren Jeffs and things like that. Is it Warren Jeffs? Is it Warren? I think it's Warren Jeff. I want to say Warren Jeffries, but is it Warren Jeffries or is it Warren Jeffs? He's the guy that was in that documentary, Eat, Sleep, Pray, and Obey. I should just call Caroline because she knows about all this stuff. Warren Jeffs. Yeah. And they're constantly talking about how they're not part of that faith and all that kind of stuff. It's interesting because they're like, our church isn't part of that faith, but they're not LDS. But they're like FLDS, which is Fundamental Mormons. But then they're like, the other church, the other family, the Dargers, are like independent. So it's like, oh, you just kind of make up your own religion? Like, but they always are constantly standing by their religion. Like, it's interesting. And then they're saying that Warren Jeffs, like, abused his own people within the system of their religion, and that's not aligned with their religion. Which, I mean, we see that with a lot of religions. That Warren Jeffs documentary, that Eat, Sleep, Pray, and Obey, that was such a sad documentary to me. I mean, ruined lives. And the girl that they interview, I can't remember what her name is on the show, but she's like real demure, and like she's talking about how like her dad left and said you're going to have a new dad and whatever, and then somebody else came, and she and her mom and her sisters ran away, and they're part of this like organization that helps people get out. I did watch back in the day that show though, because the one girl that's in there on this episode, I looked her up, and I was like, where's she at today? Because she had like such firm views about all this kind of stuff. And she was apparently on the show Escaping Polygamy, which I did not know. But I did watch a couple episodes of that Escaping Polygamy. That was when I was afraid of like a TV show that had like 20 seasons. Now I'm not afraid of a TV show that has 20 seasons. You know, I was actually thinking about starting next year because I was talking about the Stephen King books. I know you're like, how does this make sense to you? Because how it makes sense to me, this is how my mind works, okay? Is that I'm talking about, I used to not want to binge watch a show that had 20 seasons, okay? But now that I've done it a couple times, like I'm not afraid to binge watch like Survivor and things like that, right? That has like 6 seasons, right? And so now I'm watching Sister Wives, which has 18, it's coming up on, it has 17 seasons, coming up on its 18th season on August 20th. That's the release date of it. Trust me, I'll be watching it that night. And I'll be caught up by then, too. So, you know, Vanderpump Rules, I watched 10 seasons of that and binge watched it. So I'm like, I'm not afraid of that anymore. Well, I think that once I read, like, one Stephen King book, this is how my mind works, right? That I won't be afraid of, like, the long books either. And then maybe I'll be more interested in listening to longer books. And so I thought... The camera stopped. And so I was thinking, like, maybe going into 2025, because I talked about Stephen King wanting to read some of his books over here, that, like, every month, I would, like, pick a Stephen King book for my BookTube channel to, like, read. The thing is that, and I know when I say this to Stephen King fans out there, they're going to be like, oh, no, you'll love him, whatever. But if I read, like, a book or two of his and I don't really enjoy it, I don't want to make that commitment to it. So I don't know. I already have 2 book clubs, a movie club, and all that kind of stuff, so I don't think I need to do all that. But anyway, so those are the shows that I'm watching. She didn't text me back about going to the pool. That kind of surprises me. I feel like maybe tonight she has her dog training. She's doing this dog training, like really unique dog training with her puppy that she got. She has all these inside plans, but for the summer she brings them out like around... Alex is in the kitchen. She has like a chair set up, and it's like one of those wicker chairs that has like the big round thing on it, you know? And so it kind of looks like a throne. And she has it like next to her door, and then she has all the plants around it. I should videotape it. I should videotape it for this channel. No, it's beautiful. She wouldn't care. She'd love to show it. It's so pretty. But I was actually talking to my neighbor. So when I came out here to start vlogging, my neighbor was out there, and so I was like, hey, how are you? And she's like, it's my birthday. And I was like, it is. And then and I said, happy birthday. And as I said that, this woman was riding by on a bike, and she said, happy birthday. And then somebody else was walking by, and they go, happy birthday. She goes, I got 3 happy birthdays in 2 seconds. So anyway, she came over here, and we were talking and stuff like that, and she was telling me everything that she did for her birthday. She went shopping for a new pair of Hokas. She got green Hokas. Why do I keep on thinking my phone's going off? She got a pair of green Hokas. She said they're really cute. She's real excited to show them to me. And then she went to go eat tacos today at her favorite taco place, which is interesting because I'd never heard of it before, and it's where we go eat quite a bit. And then they went out to lunch yesterday to one of her favorite restaurants, she and her husband. And then today, that's what she did. She went to look for Hokas, and they went out to lunch. And then she hung out with some of her friends. And then tonight she said she was still full from lunch. So I said, what are you going to have for your birthday dinner? She goes, I'm still full from lunch. I'm not going to eat. And she said that she was going to... I can't remember what book she's reading. Something about... See, it's him in the kitchen I keep on hearing. Something about the Salem witch trials. Because she was telling me, like, all the lies they were making up about the women in the Salem witch trials. She was telling me all about it. She's reading, like... She's been reading all these books. But I said, we should be witches here in the neighborhood. She goes, oh my God, I was just reading this synopsis for this cozy mystery I was thinking about getting. And it was about this. And she goes, I thought of you and I thought of us. And she was like, because you're always coming up with these ideas. And she goes, it was about this member of the HOA board that gets... I said, who wrote that book? I said, that's my idea right there. I actually came up with a new book idea last night. Was that a group of women, like 4 women in a retirement community during a zombie apocalypse, and they're like 4 of them like surviving. Kind of like that idea. There's a reason why they survive, and other people don't. So I thought that would be kind of like an interesting angle to the whole zombie thing. I'd love to write a zombie book. I don't feel like I could though, but I love anything zombies. So yeah, my husband has so many leftovers. He ordered Thai the other night, so he has like fried rice in there. His Cuban from brunch on Sunday, because he had soup and a Cuban, so he only ate a little bit of his Cuban. And then pizza he got the other night, and breadsticks, so he's got that in the fridge as well. He's got all that in there. And he got like a case of Cokes, so he is set to go. And he bought snacks the other day when he was at the grocery store. He was so excited he bought all them snacks. He bought all them snacks. So anyway, so my neighbor was telling me about her birthday and everything like that, and we were talking, and yeah. It's been a good day. I just really wanted to get to the pool earlier today when it was like warm. I just wanted to sit on the steps. I haven't really had a day where I'm just like, well, I mean, we went up there the other day, but I was in the water. I love to just sit on the steps and talk to I was talking to my neighbor in the corner, and I was like, where is our pool crew this summer? And it's she and I and the woman that lives next to her, and then this other woman, and it's like, we're like the pool crew. And the other woman, she said, is gone for like the whole summer. I was like, we were all supposed to be going to the pool. She's like, well, it was kind of a last minute decision. And then the woman over there, she's been like doing a bunch of stuff with her grandkids. So she's like, until they go back to school, she probably won't be coming. Well, I think they start like the end of July. So August, I feel like last year with my pool crew ladies, it didn't really start till the end of July anyway. If I really look back on it, I'm probably wrong, but I don't know. Somebody probably remembers from the vlogs, but I feel like I didn't really go a lot in June. And I feel like I didn't start going up there on a regular basis during the day till like late July, early August. Now my neighbor next door, she's been going up a lot. She didn't used to go up a lot. And she's always like, we should go tomorrow, but she goes up at like 10 o'clock in the morning. No, man, that's too early for me. That's too early for me. So, but the next 2 days it's gonna rain. I'd like to go tonight. I mean, the rain won't stop me from going. She and I can go up there. I mean, it doesn't rain. Like, it'll rain here for 2 or 3 hours, and then it'll stop. We'll go up there, you know, at night when it stops or whatever. It just cools the water down, but. So tonight I'm gonna finish Sister Wives, and I'm gonna watch another episode of Dark Matter, hopefully maybe 2, because I like to finish that soon. And then I really want to start Love Island. Here's my fear of starting Love Island, okay? Because everybody that I know loves it so much. Alex is like, he can't wait. I was like, what time is it? He goes, 9 o'clock. I was like, do you watch? He goes, because my husband is somebody that waits until the show is like all the way. Because it just come out and it's just out. Like some of those, oh, it's on Peacock. So yeah. Oh, and I'm going to watch Below Deck Mediterranean, get caught up on that tonight as well. Because the new episode comes out either tonight or tomorrow. I can't remember. I feel like it's breezy. It's not super windy, but it's breezy. Fernalicia, she is blowing in the wind up there. Look at her. Do you see her? She's blowing in the wind. Hey! She's doing good. I'm so happy for Fernalicia. She's growing and stuff again. But I feel like if I start Love Island, this is the problem, is that I'm not going to want to stop it. And there's like 24 episodes out already. It's going to take me 2 weeks to catch up with that. I mean, they're an hour. Some of them are over an hour. It was an hour. If I watch 4 episodes a night, take me 6 days. I won't be able to watch anything else. My life is so hard, isn't it? Oh, wait, she texted me. Should we see what my neighbor texted me? She said, I probably should since I haven't really moved today, but I don't want to be wet or cold. Ha ha. Girl, it is. What was the temperature? What is the temperature? I'm gonna say, girl, it is 85 degrees outside. I'm gonna put the little fingernail polish emoji. I love that emoji. I use that all the time. Here are my most used emojis. Blue heart is number 1. Who'd have guessed? Then the crying emoji, I use that a lot. And then the check mark, because I use that in my notes all the time. The green check mark emoji. She said, yeah, okay, so water probably won't be cold. When do you want to go? I'm finishing up my video. I'm good for whenever. Watch, she'll say 10 minutes. I'll be like, no, ma'am. Oh, but it is almost, it's, okay. I'm gonna say like 8:15. That'll give me enough time to get everything done. So if I'm gonna walk, I'm gonna have to walk after my swim tonight. Let's see what she says. She usually needs, yeah, I can go whenever, I'm just writing, she said. Oh my God, do you know what she told me? We were talking about journaling. I was talking about my mom's journals and starting my new journal. which somebody asked me the other day. They said, are you keeping up your positivity journal? So I am. I mentioned it in that very video where I was asked that I'm keeping, since July 1st, on my new, there's like a smudge up here on this thing, but I don't want to rub it because then it'll like put the thing out of focus. But the new calendar book that I bought, so every day I'm listing everything that I'm doing throughout the day. I put my weight on there. I put the temperature, what the weather was like. I put everything on my TV shows, what I ate, what I did, took a nap. I put everything on there. And then the bottom, I put my happiest moments on there. Sometimes I put my goals for the next day, but I haven't been doing that as much. But I put at the very bottom, like all my happy moments from the day. And they're very like small moments, like my positive moments for the day. So we'll see how that goes. If I keep that up for like a month or so, if I keep it going, then I'll do a positivity journal too. But I don't know why I need to maybe like, I don't know that I need to have more than one. I just love notebooks so much. So anyway, okay, let's go in here and let's look. I'm just going to answer a few comments. Sometimes my phone freezes. I don't know why it does that. I'm going to go in here and answer just a couple comments. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Christy said, thanks for the vlog. Love you. Love you too. You're welcome. Cauliflower said, little bit of catching up to do. Yesterday I had a little bit of a pool day, even though the pool was 90. It was so nice. Today's my happy wedding anniversary. 14 years. Wow. That is amazing. Amanda said Florida Project is so good. I was talking about that movie by the same director that did Tangerine. Really moving. Definitely recommend. Oh, here it is. Teresa said, I feel like a broken record, or like Tia with damsel is what she meant. All love, she said in parentheses. But you got to go back and watch Bachelor in Paradise from the first season. I already talked about that. I'm going to go do it one of these days. Okay, I know once I start. The thing is, once I start, I won't be able to stop it. Because I love Bachelor in Paradise. It's so messy. LA said, have an amazing Monday. Love you. Love you. Melissa said AMC's Interview with the Vampire is so good. Some of the best TV I've seen in a long time. Definitely prestige. I'm fully obsessed. I can't believe there's not more hype around it. So Tanya told me to watch that. Tanya loves that. Tanya and I either love the same shows or we don't like the same shows. The thing is, I tried to read the book a couple years ago. Interview with the Vampire was like huge. Like Anne Rice was huge. I know it's completely different than the TV show. I'll watch it. I'll get to it one of these days. Megan said, even though this is just a parasocial relationship, you're one of the most kind and grateful people, also welcoming and empathetic because I have a lot to deal with mentally and have a hard time reading the room and make mistakes, and after fixing it, I felt welcome. Oh, you are so sweet. Thank you so much. Alex, too, she said. Oh, that was really sweet. Ed said, Peter has the most clickbaity titles on YouTube. Well, I do, but a lot of people do, you know? So, but the end, I never know what to call my vlogs, if you want to know the truth. If I was going to, every vlog would just be called Let's Talk. I mean, I don't really know, because that's what we do. I don't really know what to call them. But anyway, that's probably what today's will be called, Let's Talk. But anyway, so yesterday, because I was having such a hard time ending it, that's why I called it The End. So you can call it clickbait, I guess, but it was really about the end. CTP, I don't know. This isn't really a name. It's just letters and a number. Hey, Peter, I've noticed you tend to hang out with younger folks. I do? With younger folks rather than people your age or in their 50s. It's just an observation, not a judgment. Have you considered connecting more with peers around your age? It could bring a deeper level of connection. Anyway, just food for thought. Take care. I think that my friends will really appreciate that comment. I mean, Tanya Jean and I are not the same age. She's older than me. Valerie's older than me. Mel and Nikki are both Alex's age. I mean, my husband's 40. I don't know that I feel like that's much of an age difference. I think you're talking about like when I go out to dinner and stuff like that. But when I go out to dinner with my husband, they're like his friends. You know, I was thinking about this the other day, like, So, like, one of Alex's really good girlfriends that went on this trip, she's like 34. Okay, well, I'm 52. That's almost 20 years younger than me. So, for Alex to have a friend that's 6 years younger, like, okay, they have a lot in common. But for me, it's 20 years difference. But, you know, like, that's my dad and my stepmom had a huge age difference. So, that makes sense. I get it. I don't really, to be honest with you, like, my sponsor's older than me. Tanya's older than me. I talked about Tanya's birthday. I mean, she's not ashamed of it. Tanya turned 60 this year. Valerie's older, you know. Most of my friends are older. Melissa and Melissa's like a couple years younger than me, and Jason's a year older than me. So Aaron and Eric. Aaron is Alex's age. Eric is like 4 years younger than me. So I don't know who you're talking about. And I mean, the people that I hang out with, that I'm the closest with in my life, right? I don't really hang out with, unless it's like going to a dinner with Alex and like, you know, girlfriends of his. That's really the only time that I ever hang out with people that are, I mean, most of the people that I hang out with, that I'm closest with, are older than me. But, I mean, and I will say this, like, I think it offers a different perspective. But the only thing that I really like when I go out to dinners and stuff, and I think it would be different anyway because of, like, YouTube, like, I noticed that, like, Alex, like, his group, a lot of them, like, talk about careers, like, what they're doing in their careers and things like that. I mean, that would be a conversation that, like, I mean, Tanya and I, she runs a kennel, I make YouTube videos, you know what I mean? That's not really something that we talk about anyway. Most of my friends and I, we don't talk about career stuff. I'll be honest with you, and I know this will probably surprise people, because I think that, I mean, somebody said something about parasocial relationship. I think that probably the assumption is that, like, well, anyway, that's just, I mean, I thought the comment was, like, worded very nicely, so thank you, but I think it's, did people think that, like, my friends, like Tanya and stuff, are younger than me? Wow, they're gonna love that comment. But I mean, the youngest people, I mean, maybe you're talking about the trip, because on the trip, Demi's fiance is my age. Demi is Alex's age. Fufu and Jesse, well, that's my brother and sister-in-law, you know? And then Alex's girlfriend and her boyfriend, I mean, they're like 6, he's like 4 years younger than Alex, and she's like 6 years younger than Alex. But that was Alex's birthday trip. Other than that, like, when I go to dinners and stuff with them, I don't really hang out with people that are much younger. Maybe you're talking about my neighbor next door that's 30. Well, I mean, shit. If I ask my neighbors that are 80 to put together a table, I get in trouble for that. But if I hang out with a neighbor going to the pool that's 30, I can't do that. I mean, there's not really anybody in this neighbor other than my neighbor in the corner, and she goes to bed early with her husband. So I don't really know. I'd be interested to know who you're talking about, like, on here, about that. Yeah, that would be interesting to me. Or unless you just thought that, like, Tanya and Valerie and these, like, my sponsor's older than me. Not by much, by, you know, like, 10 years or something like that, but yeah, I'd just be interested. That's an interesting comment. I also think it's an interesting comment when you said, peers my own age could bring a deeper level of connection. I think that's true in some situations, but I mean, I get where you're coming from that, because you're probably my age, to be honest. Like, if I had to guess. I mean, you're not 25 making that comment. You're either my age or older making that comment because you found that to be true for you, which I think is an interesting observation. I have felt that way as well. But that being said, I think part of that is because the connections that I have with people are older. I've had those connections for longer. I think that has deepened it. I don't know that if tomorrow I went out and I made a new friend, whether that friend was 65 or 45, I don't know that that would deepen the connection just because of their age. I think the length of the relationship has deepened the connection. Tanya's gonna love this. I'm gonna be like, girl, they think you are, like, she'd be like, don't tell anybody. I think I said on the video that we, like, her son planned her. Didn't I talk about that? I know I talked about her surprise birthday party and stuff like that for her 60th and all that kind of stuff, so. I'll tell you what's weird, though, about getting older is, like, when I was 30, like, 50 sounded so old to me. Probably because when I was 22, my mom got sober at 51, right? So, like, that sounded so old to me. Not old, like, old or old, but, like, 50 sounded, like, distant to me. Now that I'm 52, it doesn't seem that distant to me, you know? It doesn't seem like that far off. Well, because I'm not. I mean, I am that, but I mean, 52 seems like far away from when I was 30. Like I look back on my life when I was 30, like it seems like it was a long time ago. You know when people say, like, I mean, I feel like I used to say this, like when I was going down memory lane and stuff like that, but like high school seems like a lifetime ago. It really does, you know? 30 seems like a lifetime ago. I mean, we got married when I was 39. I mean, we're going to be married for 13 years in August. Like, that seems like, it seems like a long time ago. It really does, you know? I mean, the fact that we've been married longer than I was, like, in school growing up, and we've been together, August will be 16 years. That's a long time, you know? And I think about that sometimes, and it's like, it just, I don't know, it just is, it's interesting to me, you know, like how much we've changed, and who I was then, and how I've changed now. Like, you know, like I was talking in my Peterisms video today about, like, when my mom passed away. Oh, no, I was doing a cameo. Somebody reached out to me for a cameo about grief. And I was doing a cameo, and I was talking about, like, when my mom passed away, which would have been '08. She passed away in May, and then Alex and I met in August. And I was talking about, like, where I was. Like, I think back on those times, like, I was in my old apartment, and I mean, it really does seem like a lifetime ago. It seems like a long time ago. I think that's one of the things about, like, being in my, like, late 40s and now my 50s that I didn't expect, was that all of a sudden it just seems like time catches up with you, you know? Like, I can remember, like, being in my, like, late 30s, early 40s, and I'd be like, oh, God, like, it just seems like high school. It doesn't seem like that. High school seems like it was forever ago to me. College seems like, I mean, when I first got sober, it's like when I run into people now that I first got sober with, and, like, I haven't seen them since, like, my first year sober. Like, there was a woman a while ago that I ran into. I think I talked about it on here. And like, I saw her, and she looked like her, but 25 years older, you know? It's like when I see pictures of friends of mine that I went to high school with, I don't even recognize them and stuff like that, you know? So, Chef Boyardee said, yes, Bernice, that was my suggestion. Oh, I love that suggestion. Thank you so much. This is why I'm reading the comments, because Rachel said, love you reading the comments. Well, actually, several of you did. Oh, Matt. Hey, Matt. How are you? Oh, Matt's so sweet. I love he and his husband so much. Probably the nicest, sweetest couple. Matt left 3 blue hearts. Michaela said, Shameless is not a show to binge watch. I watched all of it, but yes, if you watch hours and hours back to back, it can be depressing, especially when you can relate to the character situations. However, it's one of my favorite shows. That's interesting. Maybe I will watch it and just watch a little bit apart. I would say Dark Matter is kind of similar to that. Like, I was watching it last night. It's interesting that you said that, because I was watching it last night and I was like, I don't know that I think this is the show to binge watch. Like, maybe you're supposed to watch an episode here. That's why I was like, I'm going to separate it out this week. Somebody said the 100% comment about couple goals, but it is that you both love each other and work to make it work. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Okay, so Stacy on here said Leon has not identified with binary gender and has also been transitioned for a long enough. This is Mary's child on Sister Wives, that you can call them Leon without anyone being confused. The Sister Wives community is familiar enough, and most are respectful and protective of Leon. I understand you are watching them when they still have their dead name, but it would be really cool to call them Leon. Thanks for using their pronouns, because I said they, them in the video yesterday. I didn't really know how to say that because I'm so early on in the seasons, and in all honesty, like, had I not read all the articles and went to Leon's Instagram page and saw their partner, who apparently is on the show too, I wouldn't have known anything about the transition. So I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I didn't know. So I just want to say, Stacy, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. And going forward, I will 100% do that. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. Brooke said, Tia convinced me to watch Damsel, and it was so good. Oh, now I don't have to watch it, because Brooke told me it was so good. I'm joking, Tia. I'm joking. Oh my God, Robin said, some of my best childhood memories are at Rivy. It was on the swim team. Oh my God, Caroline was on the swim team there. So sad when we moved to a neighborhood with a pool in 8th grade and had to stop going. Oh my God, people in Indianapolis still, my mom and my aunt went to Rivy. I mean, people love Rivy to this day. I said to this guy at the pool yesterday, I go, is it kind of still like, I mean, when I was growing up, it was like a country club, but it wasn't really a country. I mean, it was like real cheap to join. And I said to him at the pool, and I said, is it real kind of like, still kind of like a country club, but not really a country club? He goes, oh, they're redoing the dining room. He got real serious about it. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, Lisa said, love your glasses. Thank you, Lisa. Anna said, came to visit my son and fiance and show them your vlogging case. When we were out in public, they spotted you. Beautiful Indiana, nicest people I run into during this trip. Going home today. Oh, I hope that you had a good time. Well, I don't know who is it? Your son and fiance live. So, I mean, we might live 2 hours away from each other. But if I hadn't seen you, I hope you come up. I love when people come up to me and say hi. I will tell you, like, I get very excited about it, but then I get very awkward. And I usually, like, if people come up to me, I'll be like, oh, you know, because, like, people will just come up to me and they'll be like, Peter Monn, and I'm like, yeah, and then they'll be like, oh, I watch your videos, but then they just kind of stand there, and I don't really know what to say, and I'm awkward, and they're awkward. It's kind of, I'm like, what channels do you watch? And then they're like, it's really nice. This one woman, I've met her like 3 times. I guess I met her at Crumble Cookies the first time, she and her partner. The last time I saw her was at Costco when Caroline and I were there. She was like, Peter Monn! She was like so friendly. She was like, I met you at Crumble Cookies. I love this woman. Every time I see her out in public, she always comes up to me. I actually see quite a few people at Costco. Costco is probably the place that I see people a lot. Oh, this is what I was going to say about my friends earlier. That, oh, somebody said, who was it that said about the chipmunk? Wasn't that so great that I got the chipmunk caught on camera? I'm so happy about that. Oh, Vic said it. Oh, the chipmunk is adorable. Thanks for showing us. Okay, so this is what I was going to say earlier. Like, I know that people that, like, watch my videos, like, regularly and are so committed to watching my vlog, and like I said yesterday, I'm so grateful for that, that this will probably be, like, I don't, like, when I've interacted with a couple people, like, behind the scenes that watch my videos and stuff, this kind of always surprises them. I don't know why, but, like, nobody in my personal life takes, and, like, not even, like, when I meet somebody for, like, the first time, like, a friend of Alex's or something like that from work. Like, no, well, that's not true. No, that's not true. Some of Alex's girlfriends at work, like, watch all my review videos, and, like, one of their husbands watches my review videos and will, like, text Alex and be like, can you ask Peter what he thinks about this? But that's really it. Like, I think Valerie watches all my vlogs. Tanya doesn't watch any of my videos at all anymore. She used to watch my drama videos, and she'd ask me all the time, what's going on with Trisha Paytas or Jeffree Star? She, like, knew everything. But, like, really nobody in my personal life, like, is, like, that interested in the YouTube. Like, Caroline wants me on TikTok, because she, like, loves TikTok. So she's like, you need to go on TikTok. TikTok's where it's at. I'm like, okay, Carol. She's always like, you should review this. This is big on TikTok. I'm like, if I review it on YouTube, nobody will care. I probably should have gone to TikTok years ago, but whatever. TikTok's not really my thing, I don't think. So anyway, but, like, nobody in my personal life is really, like, Alex never asks me, like, what videos did you film today? Like, what did you review? Who did you talk about on your drama channel? I mean, I don't think he could probably tell you, unless he's sitting in the same, like, if he's upstairs, I'm downstairs filming. Like, I don't think he could tell you, like, any videos that I filmed for, like, the last month, unless he was right there. But I also don't, like, I'll be like, how was your day? Did you have a good day? I mean, it's not like I'm asking him about spreadsheets and stuff like that. But, like, really nobody, like, in my, hey, how are you? Oh, is it pickleball night? Nobody in, oh, I wonder what, my neighbor wasn't going to pickleball. It's because it's his wife's birthday tonight. But, like, nobody in my personal life, like, really is that interested in it, you know? Like, when I go out to, like, dinners with Alex's friends and stuff like that, they're never like, who are you talking about on YouTube? Like, what's the big thing right now? Or what? I mean, nobody asks. The only thing that anybody ever asks me, and it's always, like, boyfriends or husbands, is, like, how do you place ads on a video, like, through, like, how does AdSense work? Like, that's the only thing I'm ever asked, which is, like, so bizarre to me that people ask me that. But the other thing is that the majority of the people that I talk about, like, on my drama channel, nobody knows, you know? Like, I mean, it's like, I know that if you're like in the YouTube world, like whenever I say this in a drama video, oh my god, people go crazy. I'm like, nobody knows who Shane Dawson is, or PewDiePie, or Jake Paul, or I mean the huge YouTubers, James Charles. The reality is they don't. They just don't, okay? I mean, you could walk into like Sephora and you could pull 5 people and say, do you know who James Charles is? And chances are most of them wouldn't know who he is. That's just the reality. I know when I say that, people are gonna be like, oh my god, that's so not true. I will sit in Sephora and I will buy stuff and I'll be like, and they'll be like, you look kind of familiar to me. And I'll be like, oh, like Caroline will say like, oh, he makes videos on YouTube. Oh, you do about what? Beauty influencers? What beauty influencers do you make videos about? Well, I used to back in the day more than I do now, I'll say. And they'll be like who? And I'll say Jeffree Star. Oh yeah, Jeffree Star. I know Jeffree Star. James Charles. I know something happened to him. Didn't he get into some kind of trouble? Like, that's literally like what people say. You pull people off the street, nobody knows who these people are. That's just the reality, okay? The reason why like Gypsy Rose Blanchard blew up is because everybody watched those documentaries about her. They knew who she was. It's why like people like the Kardashians. I mean, people know who the Kardashians are. They don't know who PewDiePie is. They don't, unless you watch influencer stuff, people don't know who these people are. Trust me. And I'm talking about any age, you know? When I was like, the camera stopped. Oh, I made it to an hour. Tia's gonna be so happy with that. But when we were in Florida, in Miami, and we met with like our friends and their daughters, like their daughters are like 14 and 17 or something like that. And I was asking them, like, do you know these like TikTok? They didn't even know half of them. You know, I said Charlie D'Amelio something, and she was like, oh, back in the day. She was like, I don't have no idea what she's doing. She's 17. She didn't know who any of these people were. So it's not just about that. It's really, unless you follow these people online, you really have no idea. And the reality is most of these people aren't that relevant anymore, and nobody really cares that much. You know, and TikTok has completely taken away a lot of that from YouTube because so many people love TikTok now. I'm just not going over to the TikTok. I'm just not. I don't really get it. I feel like I'm kind of late to the game to start. If I was going to do anything, I'd probably do Instagram Reels. I mean, I do a TikTok here and there every once in a while when I get inspired, but I like longer form content. This is what I watch. I was going to tell you guys about something. I was watching some video. I was watching Bob the Drag Queen. Have y'all seen this wig reveal he does? Where there's like this kid or sitting on his shoulders. Have you guys seen that wig reveal? Oh my god, it's fantastic. But that's the kind of stuff that I watch. What was I watching the other day? I mean, I've got 7 channels, so I don't know which channel I was watching on whenever I had it pulled up, but let's go in here and see my history. Hold on a second. I'm going to guess that I had it on my Peter Monn channel. How do we pull up your history? I don't even know. History. Oh, that was a long time ago that I would have watched that. I don't even know what that's about. Oh yeah, Dreamy Paris Cafe Ambiance. I used to listen to all those. What's it? Calmed by Nature is the channel. Rainy Night Coffee Shop Ambiance. I love those so much. Oh, that's because I'm still on my Peterisms channel. Let's switch it to my Peter Monn channel. Let's look at history. What was I looking at that I wanted to tell you guys about? Oh, this is what I was watching. Last night I watched a bunch of these. Dumb game show answers that keep getting worse. I watched that one. The stupidest bit on The Price is Right. I loved all those. I kept on watching all of these videos about dumb game show answers, but they're all like on, I mean, well, not all of them, but most of them, they're like on Wheel of Fortune. It was so funny. It's like this one person, the answer was mosquitoes, and they couldn't get the last letter before S, which is O, and they kept on, like, they were like, an A, and they were like, no, and it was like, an E, no, an I, and they couldn't guess, it was so funny, and then it was like, there was like funny, like, guesses on The Price is Right, but most of them that were funny were like on Family Feud. There's like a British Family Feud. Does anybody know what it is? It's with a completely different host. It's like a British, but it's exactly Family Feud. But I was watching that I was watching those last night. Those are things that like I watch, you know, that I enjoy. So, well, all right, you guys, since I made it past the hour mark, I'm going to get off here now. Oh my God, I still have to, it's 3 after 8. I got to get ready to go to the pool with my neighbor. Anyway, I'm going to get off here and start getting this rendered so that I can go to the pool and stuff like that. Hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Monday, a fantastic beginning to your week. If you need to, start your week or your day over whenever you want. I hope you guys have a great Tuesday. I will see you here tomorrow night. I love you guys. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Oh, the red light just came on. That means it's time to go. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.